Hey guys, well, I finally got a new laptop, but I am not liking the quality of the video as much, if at all, more than my Chromebook. So maybe you guys can recommend something else that I can record with that isn't too expensive, that is still good quality filming. But for now, this is what I got. Um, Anyways, I wanted to do a Yuri manga review video today, and throw in some movies as well. And I'm going to start with ones I've already reviewed in past videos, just so I can have them all together. And then I'm going to move on to ones I haven't reviewed yet. So, first, I'm going to start with A Tropical Fish Yearns for Snow. I've only got volume one. I'm hoping to get more of these. I think it just ended with 9 volumes. I may be getting confused with another series, but there's definitely more volumes to this. It's just a cute high school slice of life. Girl moves to a new town, joins the aquarium club where they're the only two in the aquarium club, and it's a slow building romance from there. But it's very, very cute, good art, highly recommended. I'm sure a lot of other people have recommended it too. So, yeah, I would recommend going out and trying this series. So, it's A Tropical Fish Yearns for Snow. Next is a one shot series, or book. I Love You So Much, I Hate You. And this is an office romance one. Um, just your typical one's the boss and one's the employee, and um, one's not happy in her marriage, and is it's just a friends with benefits type of thing for her. Um, and the other is like deeply in love with her, and so it's just kind of realizing that you don't always have to do what your family wants in order to be happy. And so, yeah, if you just want a quick little one shot, I highly recommend this one. It does have a little bit of explicit content, but not too bad. But it's nice to see an adult Yuri manga for once. Next is Whisper Me a Love Song. I think this one is still ongoing. I know there's at least a third and fourth volume coming out this year. It's another high school one. It's very cute. Um, she hears her band singing on the she hears her band singing on the first day of school, and immediately is like entranced by her, and she's got this way of saying she loves somebody just because she's always heard it said throughout her life, but she doesn't really understand that saying I love you means something different, and she's not actually feeling love. Um, so she ends up falling for her, and she's trying to learn what real love actually is. So it's a sweet little romance series. I'd like to see where it goes. But I believe there's actually another girl. Yeah, there's another girl in this series who's in the band that's in love with her, and tells her to, if you don't love her, then back off because I love her, type of thing. Which, to be honest, I'm actually rooting for her, and I know it's not going to happen though. I'd like to see something for once where the main, romance, the side friend ends up in the relationship. That would be a nice change of pace for once. But it's cute. I like the art. Next is volume one of How Do We Relationship. This is another college romance one. I'm having a hard time getting into this one. It was very, very slow. Um, I don't know. It doesn't have enough plot to grab me. But they meet in college, and they have a hard time at first, she's popular with the guys, but she doesn't want to be in a relationship with any of them. And, it's hard for them to come out and say, hey, they like girls. But eventually they somehow find out that they like girls and they decide to try doing a relationship. So it's just kind of their, you know, trials and tribulations. They're both in a band with the college, and some of the guys have a crush on her, but then eventually some of them find out, they're in a relationship. And so I'm trying to start volume 2. It's just not really interesting me. So hopefully I can try it. I think there's like 4 volumes of that right now. Yeah. Next is Days of Love at Seagull Villa 1 and 2. This series I'm really loving. I think it's too short. It's about this girl whose best friend has an affair with her boyfriend and gets pregnant, and then her boyfriend decides to break up with her to get together with her best friend who's pregnant. And so she decides to quit her job and move to a countryside and be a teacher and just start over new. Meanwhile, she's staying at this boarding house that she owns, and she's she's raising her niece, and there's just a little bit of drama in it, and it's really cute. I like it. I'm not sure how long the series is going to be, but it's another like adult romance, even though she is a little bit younger than her. But and then there's a side romance in this, which some people may not like because it's a stepsister romance. One of her students, whose mother was the mistress to this guy who also has a daughter with his wife. The girl ends up getting dumped off on them and not treated the greatest, and her stepsister kind of bullies her at school, but they have this little relationship going on. And yeah, so if people don't like that type of thing, then I would stay away from that. But yeah, it's a super, super cute series, and I've laughed a few times with some of it. It's cute. But yeah, there's the 2 girls, the sisters. But yeah, otherwise I still recommend it. This one left off on not really a cliffhanger, but her friend that was supposedly pregnant ends up showing up in town for whatever reason. So we'll see how that goes. So that's all the ones I've reviewed before. Now I'm going to move on to some new ones. First up is Rollover and Dye, the manga. There's 2 light novels of this one so far, which actually I would really like to check out because I loved this first volume. It's set in a world where people are born with abilities. It kind of reminded me of My Hero Academia, but not so much like that, but like a Dungeons and Dragons type of thing. This girl is born with the power of reversal, and she's meant to be a warrior, but this guy who thinks he's all that, who's in charge of their squad, I guess, or whatever, like decides to give her over as a slave, because he thinks she's getting in his way. I think the novels, I'm not sure if the novels take place before this or during it, but I thought it was good enough that I would like to try reading the novels, even though I'm a very slow reader. But anyways, the slave owner um, ends up finding he has no use for him or for her and this other girl that's in the dungeon. And long story short, she finds out that there's this sword she grabs that normally melts people, and because of her reversal power, it nullifies that and it makes her a lot stronger. And so she rescues this girl who's in the dungeon with her, who has been so abused and internalized of slavery that that's all she thinks she is. is a slave, and so she, has to say, yeah, okay, I'm your new master, come with me, just to get her to leave. But so she decides to protect her, but it's got some like gory bits in it, werewolves. It's nice to see a Yuri manga that um, it's very light on the Yuri tones, and it's actually got some adventure to it. Like, I could not stop reading this. I would love to see more of it. That's why I wanted to get the light novels. Um, so hopefully, I mean, I haven't seen anybody else review this one. So I definitely recommend, if you want something with like an action plot that's gonna be Yuri, I would check this one out. Rollover and Dye. I know there's at least another volume coming out, and there's 2 light novels out, and I think there's going to be another 2 light novels coming out. But yeah, this one I loved it. That's Rollover and Die. Next is Volume 1 of Failed Princesses. I think there's a couple volumes of this out. I actually really liked it. It's another high school one. It's about a girl who's really popular, who has to be the cutest, and she kind of bullies this girl who's like dorky, who's the complete opposite of her, but she finds out her boyfriend is cheating on her and dumps her, and she sees it all happen, and um, they just become friends from there. And both sides of their friends like don't like that they're hanging out with each other because they're from different worlds, and um, despite all that, they decide they still want to be friends. I could kind of relate to the dorky girl of always feeling like you're inferior in school. So, I was glad that I could relate to a character for once, but I like this slow burn of their relationship. They're suddenly thinking, realizing how cute each other is in their own ways. And um, yeah, I haven't seen anybody review this one either. And I'd like to get more volumes of it, or at least, I don't know, read it online or something. But yeah, I highly recommend this one if you want an opposites attract type of series. That's Failed Princesses. Next is Kiss and White Lily for My Dearest Girl. This one I had a hard time getting into. It's, of course, another high school one. It's about this girl here who was like number one in the top of the class in middle school, and then going into high school, she's become number two and she's become number one, and she all she does is sleep during class, doesn't even try, but she's like a genius. She's like a star athlete. Everybody wants her to join their club, and she just doesn't want to. And for some reason, she gets obsessed with her. And I don't know how this relationship is going to turn out, because it's kind of like not appealing to me, especially since she kind of forces herself on her a little bit, and she's just annoying and clingy, and it's not resonating with me. There's another kind of romance of these two on the track team, which appeals to me more than the main characters, because she can't really run. The doctor has told her not to exert herself, and so she's the manager of the track team. She is trying to get better and better at running, because she said, as long as you're there to watch me run, I'll, run for you if you're there to watch me. And they're kind of like developing romance is super cute. So I'd rather see more of that than of these two, because I don't know, it's just not resonating with me. I just don't like seeing people force themselves on other people. And she's just the blonde is just an annoying character to me. But the art isn't half bad. I might pick up another volume of it. I'm not sure. It's a little iffy right now for me. But yeah. There's that one. Nameless Asterism. These ones are actually pretty thick. I believe there's just 5 volumes, which I think I will definitely pick up. I actually really liked this one. It's a love triangle series. Um, she is in love with her, but she's in love with her, but she's in love with her. And so she finds out that she's in love with her and decides to hide her own feelings and encourage her to just go for it. But she just starts to feel like she might be getting left behind, and she just wants them all to stay friends forever and doesn't want to get left behind. She does have a twin brother right here who goes to another school who likes to cross dress. And then this guy right here goes to the same school who's really popular and asks her out. And so takes place in middle school, so a lot of them just haven't realized what love is yet and are trying to figure that out and what does that mean to them. And dating, it's the in between of, you know, going from child to adult and trying to figure things out and figuring yourself out. And I really, really liked it. Um, it's, I don't know, I can't decide who I want to get together with who. Um, I'm just loving all of it. I honestly don't know who I want to get together, but I'm definitely going to be picking up more of this. And um, if you want something different, I would definitely recommend picking this one up. Um, it's nice to see a manga that explores characters trying to figure out themselves and what does love mean and am I in love, and especially with the Yuri manga, instead of them just going straight into a romance, I'm curious to see how this is going to end. So yeah, Nameless Asterism, I totally recommend this one. Next is Cocoon Entwined. Um, this is an interesting one. It's at a all girls school. These girls grow their hair really, really long. It's a tradition that they make the incoming students uniforms and they use their hair, so they have to grow their hair out really, really long. And I just kind of got that there was a little love triangle in this, and it's just really, it's strange. The art is beautiful. Um, but I'm not exactly sure where this story is going. Um, first few pages have some color. Um, yeah, there's one girl who's like princely. They call her the prince. Um, she is kind of always looking for the. There's a girl who's the granddaughter of like the woman who runs the school, and she stays hidden in this room and she's always looking for her. But then there's another girl who like has a crush on the prince, and here we go, her, who sees that she's always looking at somebody else. And I mean, so far it's interesting artwork. I'm not exactly sure where the story's going, but yeah, I haven't seen anybody review this one yet, but it's an interesting story. I'm not exactly sure how many of these there are going to be either. Um, Next is one I've seen a lot of people review. It's Doughnuts Under a Crescent Moon, which is really, really cute. Volume 2, I think, is coming out this summer, but it's just another office romance type of thing. Uh, she lives with her sister, and she's kind of like the stoic girl at work who kind of like eats lunch on her own and does stuff on her own. Meanwhile, she is like the one, she has to go eat lunch with her coworkers, and always has to be cute, and she's dating guys and you know thinking that, maybe she'll fall in love with one of them, but she never falls in love. And so she just starts to get closer with her coworker, and they both realize, hey, like, we can change ourselves, because like neither of them really cleans their houses, and she wants to try bringing lunches to work instead of going out to eat with her other friends. And so it's the type of relationship where they're bettering themselves and helping encourage each other. And um, it's just a really cute office romance. And one night they like decide to share donuts under the moon on a bench, and uh, her sister is rooting for them, and it's just really, really cute and sweet, and I definitely recommend it. Next is Goodbye My Rose Garden. This one was a bit hard to get through. It's a little slow. Um, I have the complete set, so I'm going to try reading it all, but this volume was kind of difficult to get through. It's about this girl who comes to England from Japan and wants to meet this writer, and she says she'll help her meet the writer if she helps her kill herself. And so because she had a maid years ago that she got caught with, and the maid went back to Japan, and there's all these talks like in society of her liking women instead. And yeah, so it's one of those things, but the art is very, very beautiful. It's just a very slow series to me, so we'll see. I mean, if you like Old England, then this will be a good one to check out. And then the last one of ones that I've read that I have not seen anybody talk about is Dear Noman. This is a supernatural one. She is a Noman, and she's just this high. I think she's in high school. She's like 14 years old. She gets mixed up in um, this little agency that hunts down Nomans and tries to subdue them. She's seen ghosts and like demons and stuff her entire life, and she gets tricked by one and almost eaten by one, and then she shows up and saves her, and um, they accidentally kiss, which I guess ends up making her new master. And it's just, I really like the design of this one. It's another cool one where it's not just about Yuri. It's actually got this action type of plot, and um, there's the accidental kiss. I don't know. It's nice to see something with where it doesn't just focus on the Yuri relationships. There's actually some action and stuff, but I mean, I haven't seen anybody talk about this one yet. If you want a supernatural hunting down demons, actually, this like really like you find out these demons and creatures are nomans, and that if they spend too much time in our world, they without feeding, they become violent and they need to be taken care of. And you find out that she was once a crow, and that this human did some really horrible things to her after she had just trusted humans, and this guy killed her basically, and then she got turned into this Noman, and has a hard time trusting humans, but she helps hunt down Nomans, and she is helping her um, realize not all humans are bad, but even though that what happened to her was terrible. And I'm not gonna lie, it kind of made me tear up a little when I was reading her about what happened to her. But there might be a light novel of this out. I'm not exactly sure, but Dear Noman, I definitely recommend this one. I don't see anybody talking about it. It's definitely worth checking out. So, moving on to the ones I'm going to be reading next, which a lot of them are pretty much just sequels to the ones I just talked about. I am trying to get through volume 2 of this. It's really difficult because it's so boring to me. This is volume 2 of the Cocoon Entwined. I know there's a third volume coming out soon. So, this is the granddaughter of the school's like head chick person. So we'll see how that one goes. And then volume 2 and 3 of Goodbye My Rose Garden. I'm hoping these ones are more exciting than the first one. I mean, the art is still good. It looks like it has a happy ending. So we'll see. And then the other one I'm trying to get through, I was hoping I would like it, is Futaribeya, A Room for Two. This one's going to take a while for me to get through. I'm not really a fan of this type of paneling with stuff, and I've only read chapter 1. It kind of is a little slow and plotless to me. They become roommates at school. One of them likes to sleep a lot and eat a lot, and the other is pretty much babysitting her. Yeah, I don't know how I'm going to do with this one. I'm not really a fan of slow series. Other people might be liking it. I think there's quite a few volumes of this out, so we'll see. If I can get through it, then I might get more. But so that's all the manga I've read or am about to read. I did want to recommend 3 Yuri anime. 2 of these are older. One of these is fairly new. Strawberry Panic was one of the first Yuri anime that I've watched. It's another like boarding school romance series, drama and angst and other side Yuri ships, and it's just, I don't know, if you want an older, let me see when this came out. It doesn't say. I want to say early 2000s or maybe later. It's one of the older Yuri series, but it's a classic, and I recommend it. I believe it has a happy ending once you get through all the angst. This is another older one, but classic. Another boarding school one. Maria Watches Over Us. This, I finally got it. It was on sale. It is it's 4 seasons long, and I just had to get it because it's a classic series, and you know, younger girl falls in love with senpai. There's past drama. There's other side ships. It's just another nice Yuri series. Obviously, it's got some religion in it because Maria Watches Over Us. They go to a Lillian Girls Academy. I don't know if it's Catholic or Christian. I don't know, but you've got that mixed in there. But another classic, highly recommended. And then finally, this one's newer. It's Kase-san Morning Glories. There's a manga series of this, but the anime, which is fairly short, it's only an hour. I highly recommend. It's really cute. These 2 girls in school fall in love. It's just the cutest thing I've ever watched. Yeah, highly recommend that. Otherwise, I think that's it. I started playing Perfect Gold, I believe it is, which is a Yuri visual novel game on Steam, which was only like $7, and it's gotten pretty popular, so I recommend that. It's cute. Other than that, yeah, I think that's all. Yeah, again, let me know if there's a better thing I can get for filming other than like a $20,000 camera or something, I could try using my phone or getting a webcam or camera. We'll see. Hopefully, maybe when campus opens up in the fall and I have access to all the filming stuff that we have on campus, I can try using some of that to record some videos. I'm not sure. But yeah, so let me know if you guys have read any of these, what you think of any of them. I'll probably be doing a Yaoi Boys Love a manga review video later on too. Um, and maybe doing another manga haul. I'm not ordering too much manga lately just because, like I said, I'm student housing. I don't really have much room for books. And so I'm trying to minimize what I'm buying. But anyways, and I'm probably gonna be putting out maybe a witchy video soon, also. So look out for that. If it doesn't interest you, feel free to skip over it. But anyways, I hope you guys all are staying safe and have a good night.